20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. On the visitor's sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. On the other side, you've got the Cowboys head coach. His guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid. The veteran kicker Graham Gano puts it on the tee. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. One of the Giants has it.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl with Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest, and he had a couple nice throws mixed in, a couple decent drives here and there, but the inability to find the end zone, of course, he had the one interception, so a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. Not just him, but frankly, the entire offense.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Wilson now to throw on third down. To the goal line and in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. For Russell Wilson, career touchdown pass, 351, but number one as a New York Giant. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Devontae Turpin on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the second time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one, from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Cowboys.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
It's another run here for Williams. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 2.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
On second down, it's Dak. He's across midfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Now a second down throw for Fresco. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Third and 11.
Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. And that is incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one from just under 50 yards. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
On the handoff, Singletary. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
New York.
Neighbors in motion. Up the middle. Here's Singletary. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Giants.
First down, Giants.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. That's good for a Giants first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
At the Cowboys 20-yard line.
Now, a handoff to Singletary. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
Third down, here's Wilson. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything. There is a marker down. These points may come off the board.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. Take that touchdown off the board. Now it is first and goal. Now Russ. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Duran Bland. Good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Slayton. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal. The shotgun, Wilson. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's fourth down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
A gain there of 15. That's good for a Dallas first down.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll go with Williams. Not much there. A yard or 2 down to the 48. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
2 yards.
Second down and 8.
Second and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
A run up the middle, it's Sanders.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
So, a little extra time to think about what to do on fourth down as we are through quarter number 1. 10-3 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 4th down coming up. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On play action. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of the Giants has it. Still going. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants move out in front by the score of 17-3. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
Yeah, and it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champ. Clearly, towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, in the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 or 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. That, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions in all of sports, not just the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. And it has more of kind of like a college football vibe, right? There's rivalries. The fans kind of they hate each other. They're yelling at each other. They're throwing things at the field. It has a little bit more of a college arch enemy, arch rival type of vibe. And I think that's why it's so fun to football fans all across the league. Whether you're a fan of a team in the East or not, when those two teams are on and they're playing each other, you want to tune in.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger onto punt for Dallas. And Gunnar Olszewski goes back deep to bring this one back. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of like I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. And this is blocked. He gets free, accelerating toward midfield, inside the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6. Thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up. That's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
Giants 17, Cowboys 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release. The draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position.
Into space. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, New York. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end, and when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Makes the score Giants 24, Cowboys 10.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags, who also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. The And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, Week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside the U.S. in each regular season.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Sanders. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Second down, Prescott. Here's a screen now for Sanders. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Shotgun snap for Prescott. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, they can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Again, Prescott to the air. He takes off. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Flush to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Back to throw. Wilson. That's caught downfield by Robinson. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Wilson to throw. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second, as the clock will stop 45 seconds to go until halftime.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Andrew Thomas, guilty there. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Makes the score Giants 31, Cowboys 17.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. This one taken at the 10. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports.
Our tour.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Giants. On the give, it's Singletary. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
That's caught, and it's Cam Scalaboo. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try and run for the 1st with Singletary. Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, New York.
They'll go back to Singletary on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Singletary. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
They'll try to run for it with Scatterboo. Hey, he's going to be close. Going to depend on the spot, but that looks a little short. It is short, and now it's fourth down.
Fourth down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on third and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up fourth down.
The nose kick is good. And the Giants will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, right back to Williams. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that
Tackle
one.
made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling right. He's going to run it. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Cowboys.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Sanders. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down. Because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
It's third and 4.
Makes it third and 4.
Here's Prescott. In trouble, and down he goes. Brian Burns. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 40 yards out.
A 40-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
On second down, Russ. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
Mike, the These are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
On the ground, this is Williams. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Prescott. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
3 yards to go.
Dak to throw. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The bootleg. He'll look to throw here. Whoa! And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Williams trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the 1st half. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. He'll be out of bounds. It's a decent pickup of 5 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Singletary. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Giants.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Neighbors in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They run here with Singletary. The ball comes out. And I think he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. That was so nearly the turnover the defense needed. They couldn't get it in time. They'll run once more with Singletary. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
27.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that mark.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
For a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 10.
Prescott again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Johnson. A 39-yard gain on the play. And
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, here's Turpin. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
19 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll throw again, Dak. Quick shot caught by Colbert on the slant. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboys.
Again, Prescott to the air. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 24-yard line.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
It's a gain of 22
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Dak going to run with it himself. And he's got another one. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss in the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. Wilson now, off the bootleg. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. On the option, here's Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 1st and 10.
13 yards on the play. That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
A loss of a yard.
On 2nd down, it's down. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's another Cowboys.
Here's to give up the middle with Williams. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
That's another Cowboys.
Pistol now for Prescott. And he will score. Game on. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. For Pickens, his 1st touchdown as a Dallas Cowboy. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And this will be incomplete. Blake Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On second down, Russ. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A gain of 21 yards.
A gain there of 21.
Giants.
First down, Giants. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. Not much there, maybe a yard. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
Second and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. They'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down, New York.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So a road win here for the Giants. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.